Thanks for coming back to What the Heck is Happening in HR, and we're going to have a little series about data or it didn't happen. For our podcast disclaimer, please visit the episode description. Thanks for joining us today on What the Heck is Happening in HR, and data always happens. Well, recorded data, because if we don't have recorded data, it really didn't happen. And that is so true in HR. Many times we think about it with just documentation. But today I want to talk about some of the data points that you should be collecting. So let's walk through them. Turnover. Who is leaving voluntarily? When are they leaving? How many years, how many months did they work before they left you? What's your non-voluntary turnover look like? So turnover means people have left and you've had to bring in somebody else. Do you seem to have a high turnover with one supervisor, one department? If so, it allows you to be able to go in and go, what's going on here? The first point of being able to retain folks and be able to stop the bleeding, to be able to stop all the focus of turnover where you're hiring the same people over and over again, or the same positions at least over and over again, is to be able to fix those areas that are requiring that. Now, we all have jobs that are entry level. We don't anticipate people staying in them for a long time. That's very different than having people who have been there 18 months, even 9 months, 4 years, 3 years, and they're leaving at a high number. You also want to look at voluntary turnover. So you want to look at, what's going on with retirements? What's happening with people's ages? Perhaps they have the opportunity to retire, they don't plan to retire, but we perhaps need to look at this to be sure we're prepared succession-wise. And though we'll have another podcast on this, when we're talking about succession, it is two things. It's the emergency replacement and it's a groomed replacement. But the groomed replacement needs to be for forward thinking. It needs to be, what will the job look like in 5 years or when that person leaves? What will the organization look like? What are the needs of the organization? What are the needs of the person? Headcount. My goodness, the largest budget for any organization is the labor. It's the employees. So you need to know what that budget is. You need to know that if you can help improve that metric by 1%, it's a huge number. Look at your compensation. Look at the details in the bands. Look at the ranking. How are people in the same type of job paid? Look at it from the highest paid to the lowest paid. Pick one job. Look at it. Let's just say it's mechanical assistant 1. And you're going to look at that. You're going to look at how long they've been in the job. You're going to look at their ethnic code. You're going to look at their birth date. And you're going to look at their gender or sexual identity. You're going to look at that. And you're going to say, hey, what's going on here? How come our newest folks are higher paid than the folks who have been here for a while? Perhaps there's a reason for it. But your job as an HR professional, your responsibility as a leader in the organization or as a business owner is that you are asking the questions. What's going on with it? What is the reason for this? One of the items I love looking at is the total cost of the workforce. Wait a minute, Kelly, you told me, target budget for the head count. I get that, right? No, we also want to look at how much does it really cost to have the employees in our whole workforce. So first piece of that are the people, of course, the direct costs, their pay, but also the recruitment of them, how much it takes to onboard, what's the training costs, how do we add to their fringe benefits, what's that contribution under healthcare, what about the retirement plans, how much are we paying towards insurance? We want to capture that total fringe benefit cost. So it's the direct costs and the fringe. Then overhead. So we want to find out how many people does it take to manage this staff. So what is the overhead cost for each person. So if our span of control is across 7 employees on the average are under each supervisor, then the cost of that supervisor is part of the overhead costs. And the cost of having that supervisor is part of the overhead cost. Lastly is the facilities. And of course, this has made a huge change post-COVID. And that refers to the rent, the leasing, the utilities, IT costs, anything that takes care of the housing of that employee. New chairs, new upgraded internet, whether you have a stipend that goes out to them if they work from home, parking lot, all of that is the cost of the facilities. And you need to know that because when you bring on a new person, you need to know this is the total cost of that person. This is how much it is to have this employee. And of course, if it is for a remote worker, you may have some out-of-state taxes that you'll need to include in all of that as well. Well, whether you're out of state or in state, we hope you're listening to What the Heck is Happening to HR every Monday as we drop new episodes. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast.